All right, everybody, welcome back to Big Eats to Big Peeps. So, Taco Bell decided to give us the taco or the Mexican pizza, and he who giveth take it away as well, because apparently it is so popular they had to get rid of it because they couldn't keep up with supplies. Well, I know everybody likes the Mexican pizza, so let's make it a better version of it. So, as you can see, we don't actually need a whole lot. For your tortillas, go ahead and get whatever kind you like. I particularly like these ones and or the spinach ones. These ones only have 50 calories per each one. So when it's only 100 calories total for the tortillas that we're going to use. So like I said, use whatever you want. Lower calorie, the better. This just happened to be what I like. For the cheese, we're always going to be trying to get the fat-free if we can. I know sometimes it's hard to find. I found one bag of the fat-free, and then I got a couple bags of the reduced fat. But for this video, I will be using this one. We also have our pico de gallo that we're going to be using to put on top. I got the hot version. This is pretty much damn near calorie-free, so feel free to use as much as you want. For the refried beans, I'm actually just using these ones. When I looked at it, the actual fat-free ones actually had 110 calories compared to the 70s on this one, so I went ahead and just got this one because it was a little bit lower. I have no idea why the regular ones was a lot more or had more calories than the fat-free, but I didn't feel like looking it up. For the enchilada sauce, you can use this or the green. I made it with both. This can is open because usually I buy 2 cans for when I'm doing the filming. Only bought one, and the rest is in the Tupperware. But yeah, enchilada sauce, whichever one you want to use, it's going to be good. Now for the meat, instead of using getting a ground beef and seasoning, I went ahead and got these over at Walmart. It's the Genio Taco Seasoned Turkey. Basically, it's got this has only got 120 calories per serving. And like I said, this is going to be lower fat and everything else than with the regular beef and everything else. You will see as we make this recipe today that it's actually kind of similar in calories to the actual one you're going to get at Taco Bell, but the macros are going to be a lot better. So, all right, now we got all that together. Let's get it cooking. All right, we are going to go ahead and get it cooking on this. We're going to give the pan a good old spray down real quick. Let's turn the temperature up a little bit. We get our meat down in there. It'll start to sizzle and cook, and we will get this completely cooked up here in about 5-10 minutes. All right, as you can hear, the meat is just about done. I'm going to go ahead and take it off, but we are still going to be using the cast iron skillet for one more thing. So I'm going to get this meat transferred into its own bowl, and then I will be right back to show you the next step. All right, for the next step, what I did is, like I said, I didn't clean the skillet. I'm going to go ahead and hit it again, once again, with a little bit of nonstick on there, and then we are going to place in our tortillas to get them nice and crunchy. So we'll just put the first one in there, let it sit for a few minutes on each side, and then afterwards they'll be nice and toasty. All right, as you can see, we got a nice colored little and toasted tortilla there. So we place that down there with the first one. All right, the first thing we're going to put down is we're going to put the refried beans on the bottom. I suggest that you warm up the refried beans because it makes it a heck of a lot easier to spread. So let's just weigh this out. Using that. All right, so that's close enough. So we got our 100 grams of our refried beans. So we will just go ahead and spread this out. Like I said, if you do this while it's cold, it's just going to take forever and it's just going to stick everywhere. You know it's kind of sticking now. Spread it out to what you like. All right, that's about where we're going to leave that one for right now. All right, then we're going to get what we have. What I have here is 150 grams of the taco turkey that we're using. And so we're just going to spread that also onto here. And as you can tell, this ends up being quite a lot of food. And wait till you see the macros on it, because it's not going to be a whole lot, but it is going to be good for you. So squish that down just a little bit. All those pieces. Now, what I do with the enchilada sauce is I'm going to end up using 100 grams of it total. But I'm going to start by putting some of it here on the bottom. So I'm going to put about 50 on the bottom. Trying to get it spread all over. And you know what? That's good enough for right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our top tortilla, place that down on top, give it a little bit of a squish down. Try and get it to where it sits on there very nicely. And then we're going to put the rest of our enchilada sauce across the top. Just keep going. And that actually looks like it's pretty good for right now. Yeah, that's enough for now. All right, next on the list is going to be, I have 100 grams of the fat-free cheddar cheese. I'm just going to dump it all on there and slowly spread it out. All right, and then the last part about this is we are going to get our pico de gallo. Now with this, like I said before, this is almost nothing as far as calories go, so use it to your heart's content. I tend to like a lot of it, so I'm going to put closer to probably about 100 grams on here. There it is. That's how it looks going to look for right now. Next, I'm going to pull out something that I don't use quite that often, but I thought it would be pretty cool to use with making the Mexican pizza. So we'll be right back in a minute. All right, so what we are going to be using today to cook this is what some call an air fryer, some call it a convection oven. This is that little thing that little girls get to make cupcakes with when they're kids, because it has got the light bulb, but on a bigger scale, that's basically what it is. Someone gave it to us thinking that it was an air fryer, but it's not. But I get a ton of use out of this, and like I said, it's going to be kind of cool to watch the cheese melt in here because we'll actually be able to see it. So I've got to get the pizza onto this rack over here. Not sure if you guys can see it from that angle. And it's kind of a little bit of a pain to get on there because of how big it is. So carefully get it up. Make sure we get all of it on there. There we go. It's on the rack. Get up some of this extra cheese that's left on there. Put the rack into that. Then put the top on. Now I'm going to set mine for about 400 degrees, and we're going to go for about 15-20 minutes, or actually probably something closer between 10 to 15 minutes. So here we go. We'll set it. And as you can see, push it down, the light will come on, and everything will start melting. So we'll check on this here in about 10 minutes. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes or so. As you can see, that cheese is melting quite nicely. Some of it's even dripping towards the bottom of the pan there. I'd probably say we're going to give this maybe about 5 more minutes, and then we will get to munching on this. All right, so here's take 2 of this video. So there was a little bit of a technical issue. So basically, here it is. As you can see, I've already taken a nice giant bite out of this. You can see how much meat is actually in there. There's a ton of meat and everything on it. So let's take another bite out of it. It is good. The pre-seasoned taco meat, the turkey taco meat and everything is seasoned just right. Some people will say that they don't like the taste of the fat-free cheddar cheese, but I really don't notice a difference. The only difference I notice is that it doesn't melt quite as good because it doesn't have as much cream in there. And the fat for the cream down, or to melt down evenly, but I think it tastes good. It's definitely going to be filling. So one of the differences on this one compared to the regular Taco Bell one, this one has a total of about, mine has a total of about 700 calories versus the Taco Bell one, which has 530. But if you look at the macro differences on it, with the Taco Bell one, you're only getting 19 grams of protein. And then with the one that I am eating, we are getting a total of 70 as well. So, we're we're almost, you know, a little over triple the amount of protein for what the servings is. And as far as the fat goes, this one has 29 grams of fat for the Taco Bell. And then for the other one, this one has, the one that I made only has 22. So still better for you overall in the long run. And like I said, so it's definitely filling. It's good for you, especially all that protein. You need the protein for weight loss and working out. Especially, you know, if you're doing one, more than likely doing the other. You definitely need that extra protein with all the extra stuff added into it. So that's where we're going to end the video, because I want to get back to eating this, and hopefully you guys want to make this. So have a good one. Deuces.